and welcome to Knights of the Night Actual Play Podcast. This Dresden Files story, Delivery, was written and run by our GM, Tom. And now, please enjoy episode 75, titled, Life is a Stage. I want to explain to our listeners that we've tried to improve the quality of the file, and in some recently released episodes what happened was there's a switch on a recorder that got flipped over to MP3 from Wave, and we lost some of the quality and they sounded a little muddier. Luckily that doesn't continue a lot. We also, in the feedback last week for instance, forgot to turn off the fan. This is things that we try to normally take care of, and sometimes the ball is dropped. If a bad episode or two sound quality, slips through, there's nothing we can do to go back and record it. We just have to kind of soldier on.
We're not that dedicated.
No, that ain't going to happen. All right.
I printed you all out a script.
I was reading feedback when I was downloading some of the episodes. Somebody mentioned the fact that these ones, he can make out whose voices.
Again, I don't know. Maybe
they were listening to the ones before. The ones that we were doing from before, they said I had a hard time just figuring out who was talking.
And it might just be the quality of the recording as opposed to, because like I said, we discussed this before, I'm not sure if you weren't here, but the fact is John and Thomas are my sons, and their voice is very similar to mine when I don't have a cold.
And you and I being brothers.
And you and I being brothers are similar. So you would think with this particular configuration, it would be more difficult to tell the voices apart.
A lot of the original recordings were also done on your iPod as opposed to this better mic.
Yeah. It was my iPhone thrown in the middle of the table, so definitely the sound quality was nowhere near as good.
And it wasn't until we went back to that when I, that really noticed it. And
it's like that. You watch in high definition television, you go ooh, and then you forget how ooh it is until you go back and you watch a regular channel and go, oh crap. But then again, your eyes will adjust to that standard relatively quick. And then when you flip back, you're like, ooh, it's pretty again, But it's the same thing, I'm doing the editing, I'm used to the high quality, and then I listen to the old stuff and go, oh, geez.
It didn't take long for the moon landing to become passé, and no one wanted to pay attention to it. So
true enough.
Yes, this podcast is comparable to
the moon landing. That's that technically difficult.
And it's that kind of impact on popular culture that we're having.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's our tang? What is it?
I don't know what that means.
See?
Wow.
Sorry. If I hadn't said that,
I suddenly feel very old.
Somebody said something very interesting, I thought, was that the Back to the Future movie, when he goes back to the future, he goes back to the 50s. That's where he goes back in that whole environment with his dad and stuff and how crazy that is. Mm-hmm. Do that now, and you're going back to the 80s. That's the same distance traveled time-wise.
Yeah, from the 80s.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm old. That's the equivalent of being really old. That.
You don't remember what Tang was, or were you ever?
No.
It's one of the first commercial products marketed that came out of the space program, and it was an powdered orange drink.
I drank a lot of Tang.
I drank a lot of Tang.
I drank a lot of Tang. That's what you did.
That's right.
And Velcro. Everything was Velcro.
If you want to be like an astronaut, you drank Tang.
It's basically orange Kool-Aid with pre-sugar in it.
Well, I think it's also the technology to create a powder, that you just add water to and then you get all sorts of drinks. I'm sure Kool-Aid was around before then.
Now it's everywhere.
Not as good as Tang, though.
Tang was pretty awesome.
The world was changed.
The world was changed by Tang. All right. Before we get started with the episode, we have a little bit of feedback. Just one note from our blog at kotnpodcast.com. And this was in regards to episode 72. It wasn't really specific to 72, but it was from Peter in Slovakia, the homeland of quite a few of us.
Yeah.
Our mother.
One majority.
Wait. I'm sitting at a table with Slovaks here?
A lot of them, yeah. We are much more Slovenian than anything else. These guys, too. You're outnumbered.
No, Slovakian, not Slovenian.
Slovakian, yes.
That's what I said. I said Slovak, right?
No, yeah, Tom.
Oh.
I spoke.
How do we know we're not Czechs?
Slovakavenians?
Or Czechs.
It could be Czechs. Anyways, Peter says, I just want to thank you for your podcast. I'm a big fan of Fudge and Fate derivatives, and I like to listen to your Dresden File Gaming. Peter from Slovakia.
Well, thanks, Peter.
Yeah, thank you, Peter.
Appreciate the feedback, and glad you're enjoying it. And quite a few of us here at the table, 1, 2, 3, 4, are Slovakian in descent as well.
So half.
Are we sure?
Yes.
We're not Czech? It doesn't matter.
We're definitely more, the country is called Czechoslovakia, but
it was at the time.
But no, when it wasn't at the time, it was definitely Slovakia that our roots came from.
Okay. Well, okay.
So it was just Czechoslovakia from the end of World War One. Peter's going to know much better than us, but I think from the end of World War One to the end of the Cold War, it was Czechoslovakia, and then it finally was separated into two countries. But yeah.
And I find it interesting once people on Facebook will like our page, I try to friend them back just to have conversations with them and whatnot when I'm on Facebook.
So don't be shy, Peter.
And we've been getting a lot of foreign listeners, mostly from that region, Slovakia, as well as in upper...
the Baltic states?
The Baltic states. It's just mildly interesting because some of their updates will show up on the page, my page, because I friended them. No clue, because it's written in a different language entirely, And one of them, I don't know if it's a common feature of Facebook, but one of them had a little translate button, and it changed it to English. It was really cool. But anyways, I want to thank Peter, and with that,
thanks for listening.
We'll get on to our episode where we have a special guest joining us.
So we're going to start our Dresden Files Delivery. I am your GM, Tom, and starting on my left is...
John, playing Roberto Martinez, Guardian of Cleveland, empowered by a fallen angel.
Thomas, playing Maxwell Edison, an undercover FBI.
Scott, playing London Deals, a moral seer to the supernatural.
I am Jim, playing Edmund Shadowski, private investigator, New World Blackcourt vamp.
My name's Mike. I'm playing Alan Montgomery, the warden who's come back to Cleveland to clean up the town.
All right, and tonight we have a special guest with us, Alan, who will be playing one of my NPCs for me in this upcoming combat.
I'm Alan.
Where we left off last time was with you guys going to the Hanna Theatre to meet with Ryan Nelson, who is
the Paranet.
Yes, the leader of the Paranet.
Local Paranet.
We're going to meet him at
Playhouse District, yes, Hanna Theatre. So you guys pull up in two different cars on the outside. It's like East 14th and Euclid.
Okay.
At the Hanna Theatre. Two cars pull up. Alan, London, and Edmund are in one car, and then in the other car is Roberto and Maxwell.
Why are we meeting Ryan Nelson?
We're picking him up and dropping him off at a safe house.
Bill Donovan met with him before Sarah Lemons, so he knows what he was up to before he disappeared.
Is there any information to be gleaned from this gentleman?
Oh yeah, he knows a lot. He knows.
Okay. For a second, I thought we were just being good Samaritans.
No.
In my role as warden, do I have any particular relationship with the Paranet? I know in the books it doesn't emphasize that.
Dresden had set up the
Had you been around in the last 15 years?
Yeah, that's the problem. Yeah, you haven't been in the city.
Right.
Now, what you did with other Paranets in other cities?
The Paranet is something that like Dresden had set up, but would I, as a warden, view the Paranet as basically a bunch of potential people I need to arrest?
You tell me. It's your character. Does your character think Paranets are just dangerous wild cards that need to be controlled?
Well, that's what I'm trying to remember.
Your character is by the book, right?
Well, remember, this is Cleveland.
Right.
When you were here with your mentor, the Paranet did not exist.
Okay. So, that's knowledge I don't have as to...
You don't know how he treated them. You would know how you want to treat them. That's up to you. You were in the Bahamas on an easy thing,
right.
But you had voodoo people going on.
I'm by the book, but in the Bahamas, things are pretty relaxed, and, the rum helps things go.
No Paranet.
Yes, but there's a lot of zombie and people, and voodoo and
zombies
shit.
are not nearly the threat that they're made out to be.
Okay, good enough.
Before we leave the hotel, am I able to make a phone call to Ross Realty to put down a...
Appointment? You want to make an appointment?
I want to buy Bill's old house.
We'll put a bid on the house.
Over the phone.
Right.
I'll buy it. Whatever the asking price.
Apparently I have funds and means now, so I want to buy it. Because I'm pretty sure that...
we had like $25,000.
Immediate. But I also can sign and put
finance
invoices and vouchers for more.
To solve this mystery, I needed to buy a house. No, I'm not kidding.
That was on my list of things I need to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, I need a place to prepare a spell to take out a
Do that in
warden.
the back alley.
I can't do that in my room 408 of the key.
You have the number for Ross Realty. You call there and you get an Allison. And she says that she'd be more than happy to meet you at the home and bring some paperwork. If you want to put in a serious bid, just tell me what time.
Later this afternoon would work great for me.
Okay.
Allison.
3 o'clock?
3 o'clock it is.
Ward, that's like 1 hour from now. We did lunch and then I did the spell. And
You went to the coffee shop, then you went to the house, then you left the house.
6 o'clock.
Coffee shop.
6 o'clock.
6 p.m.
Whoa. Already?
No, that's when the
That's
appointment is.
Okay.
Now it's like, whoa, that's too late.
How about tracking Bill Donovan? You think you can deal with that by 6? Never mind. On my business. I mean, if you don't want to meet your mentor, that's okay.
Wow.
We've got to go see him, and what if...
Multitasking. I got to establish a base of operations.
I've been gone, but I've just got to go buy your house up.
Right, well, his old place, which has been cleaned, and there's some
You'll
mysterious
understand.
happenings underneath there.
Clean by
Do you know something I'm not aware of, sir?
No.
As we talk from 2 cars?
I just wondered if we'll be able to...
Hey!
cell phones?
This appointment he did in the morning, you guys have now all met outside the Hanna. And in the Hanna, or well, outside the Hanna. One of you pulls up first, let's say Roberto and Maxwell, because they were on the east side. I don't know what that means.
Yes, they were.
But so they jumped on the highway and got there.
Would it be too much to make a declaration and say that the place I want to take this guy is in the Playhouse District? So we're actually picking him up, we're actually meeting him there and then walking some short
So there's a
distance
safe house
to the
near
safe house
here?
near there.
Dear Lord, you want us to walk?
Chauffeur.
Or if we're picking him up,
Would that be a roll of resources?
Yeah, I guess.
Or we're taking him a very short distance, like it's a couple blocks away or something. So I wasn't meeting him here and then having to drive way across town somewhere else.
We just open the door. Get in!
Okay, I don't think it would be much of a stretch to say that you're the one who made up where the meeting place was. So I have no problem that you would make it close to a safe house. I don't even think that requires a roll.
Yeah.
That just makes sense.
Okay.
So you do have an apartment near here. There aren't a lot of houses near this location.
An apartment with people I know, I guess,
Okay.
something like that.
So you guys are outside. You all get out of your cars. It is a reasonably sunny day for Cleveland. It's mid-November.
Is someone going to interrogate this gentleman and get some information from him before we
asked
take him to
some
the
stuff over the
safe
phone.
house?
I figured that's why I'd like to have all you guys there to.
I can do
How
polite
we grow 'em?
interrogation.
I can do mean interrogation.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
But I don't think he needs it.
I can be a good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
This is November 29th, to be exact. So it's the late November.
But this guy's also, he's pretty sure someone's trying to hunt him down, so it'd be nice to have somebody here who can back me up and
Posh.
jump down the way there.
No bad guys around.
I say that unless the warden is very persuasive with his words, then Maxwell would be best suited to talking to this gentleman.
I think he's very persuasive with his sword. You're pretty
At
good
this
at that.
point, I am content to be quiet and let Edmund.
Call the shots.
Edmund, are you all right with Maxwell conducting the interview, or do you want to take care of it yourself?
I can take care of it. I need some pointers as to what you guys are looking for, things I might miss that we need to ask him.
Well, off the top of the bat, anything involving Sarah Lemons, the situation in Bay Village, and Leela's death, and who might be connected, is that the same people that is connected to whoever he thinks is chasing him?
I'm pretty sure that's a given. That whoever's killed
Yeah, but we don't know
people
who they
that
are.
that he knew or were connected.
But you
to
don't.
Probably have.
I think what the warden is saying, you don't know if he has any information.
Yeah,
on that.
right. But I don't know. Yeah, if he knows who they are exactly.
Well, let's start talking to him and find out what he knows.
Okay.
Is he there?
Yes, actually, you walk through the Hanna Theatre. He is not in the theater. Well, he is actually in the theater. He's not in the lobby. And I don't really have a picture of the theater. And again,
I've
that's
been
my
there.
iPad.
That was the one I went to.
You want to draw it from him? Because I'm talking about something like this where you have a stage and you have
Do you have
3 zones, which would be
I sat
the
here.
floor, and then there's balconies with aisles behind them. So we're just going to go with that.
No, that's
Do you
right.
have a
And then
picture of this guy?
I do indeed. This is Ryan Nelson.
Tool.
He does look like a tool, does he not?
He's a dork.
Looks like a guy with a broken arm.
And his arm is in a cast, indeed. Ryan Nelson is sitting like on the edge of the stage, right here, near the middle.
That's rather strange.
You guys are walking down.
No,
This is an ambush.
Okay.
I'm totally staying in the car.
You were sitting outside the car talking to everyone else. Are you getting back into the car?
Yes, this isn't my pickup.
Seen it. Okay.
And I'm not walking into a darkened theater when I'm wanted. And how the hell did he get in the theater in the first place? Why isn't he standing outside like normal people do when they're being picked up and skulking about?
Because she's in danger. I mean,
Well,
I could understand if she was in the
no.
lobby.
Okay, you're in the car. But we're checking inside.
My point is,
We probably can't leave.
okay, I'm not going in.
And there's no one attending the lobby door?
In fact, no.
We can't leave London alone in the car
See ya.
outside.
Yeah, have fun.
Actually,
Let's
yeah,
go to
you're
the
right.
castle.
I'll be in the car with him because I'm paid for that.
Bye.
Find him, interview him, bring him in the car, let's go.
Second best combat guy.
So it's
Paranoid.
this is what 3 o'clock in the afternoon now,
Yes.
which would be
So you're standing up
Yeah,
at the,
yeah.
you just opened the door into the center and you see him standing there, and I'd like
I'm sorry.
alertness.
if I remember correctly, there's a big lobby to the Hanna.
So you're outside, he's not there. You walk into the lobby.
And then you have
He's
the
not
Isle
there.
of the State and the Hanna Theatre and this huge lobby, and then you have to go through one of those doors to get to presumably what that is.
Yes.
So he's not even in the lobby.
No. And when you open the door, you do see him there, and I want an alertness roll from all of you. And
How about outside? Do we have to roll?
no,
You're outside.
no, not outside.
I have average alertness
I
today.
have a good alertness.
Fair alertness.
Yeah,
No,
you
I
guys don't notice anything. You notice that he does not look comfortable. He looks like he's sweating. He looks like he's trying to look like he's calm and failing horribly.
You did not roll a good deception.
Performance.
Okay, if I
Everything's
remember
fine.
correctly, the doors are over on the sides of this. And then if you come in here, there should be like the stairway up to the balcony areas.
Around here?
Well, yeah, you come up here to this colonnade, and then you can go down to the box seats and the galleries.
And off to the left and right are stairs to the balcony.
Right. I quickly whisper, "Who's with me?" Actually,
Edmund, Alan.
Edmund, you're the guy who was contacting him,
Yeah.
so he knows who you are. He
Yes.
doesn't know who I am, and I'm a little suspicious.
He's never met me face to face.
Yeah, he might know verbally, but that's about it.
Oh, okay.
Call it.
Oh, that's right, because you called him and then you convinced him and talked on the phone. And you were going to go with him regardless,
Where? Well,
because you're his
Friend.
Employee.
Associate.
employee. Right. I will hang back here. I'll hang back in the shadows and try to cover you guys with magic if necessary. This is during the day, so are we in the middle of a matinee? Is there an actual...
No, there's no
Okay.
performance day.
So why don't you two go up and I'll hang back in the shadows, because this doesn't look right. I don't know why this guy is sitting in the middle of a theater.
Probably because he didn't want to be out on the street.
But why would he? But picking center stage, there's a little bit of, I don't know, it seems too theatrical to me.
I woke up to
All right, you're walking down the main aisle, or one of the aisles. You go the one on the right or left?
Wow,
Mama
big decision.
always said to go right.
All
I go
right.
left.
You're going with him?
No, I go left.
Contrary?
You're going right and left? You're going both aisles?
Yeah.
Okay. And where is Alan when this is going down?
I will be trying to be close enough to the stairs where if something's happening above me, I can go up the stairs, but also keep an eye on their back and also see what he's
Okay,
looking like.
so-
For example, is he watching them or is he looking at somewhere else where...
All right, you can't be in the middle of the stairways and see him. There are doors that they close so that the noise
Then I'll
doesn't
be-
carry. So you're either opening the door and standing in the doorway, or you're going up the stairs and standing in the balcony, but there's doors to those as well.
I'm going to be inside the theater on this level,
Okay.
relatively close to where the doors are that are, I presume, are the stairs that go upstairs.
Okay.
And I have
If
my
I remember
sword out.
correctly, you can roll your lore like alertness, but for magic, to try to spot anything magical.
Well, I guess that's, yeah, I was looking to see if that was part of my...
That's fine.
Okay.
If you're spending a turn doing that while they're walking down.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Then go
detect
right
some
ahead.
type of... Okay, so and that is my conviction or my discipline?
Your lore.
Lore.
My lore, thank
Yeah.
you. And I have a great response to that.
Oh, that is more than enough. They're about halfway down the aisle, and you kind of open up a little bit and start sensing. And there are definitely creatures all over this building.
When you say
Like you're
creature,
getting magical creature hits. the
Inside
balcony,
or
inside?
outside?
They're in the building.
I go out the door.
I'm out.
Shikes.
Perhaps something you should have done a little bit earlier.
Oh well.
At this time, let's have a
Life.
alertness roll from everyone
Again?
for order.
Huh?
For order of
Oh,
death. Death.
Even those outside?
Sure.
It'll come into play later. I rolled a fantastic. Holy stuff.
Nike.
You rolled a
I don't even have alertness.
still.
I rolled great.
You rolled a great and you don't even have it?
Yeah.
Wow.
4 spot, 3% chance.
Wow. I do have it and it was good, but
I'm average again.
I'm now average because I was caught off guard, I guess.
Oh, what's the trap?
I was caught off guard.
Thank you, at my part.
So my compass is pointing right at Bill Donovan, just in case you were wondering.
Hey, he has information. If he's not dead by the time we leave.
If you don't bring the guy paying you to him, what's the point?
Well, we already got the first half up front. there's that.
Just to be clear, that's a passive sense, so I'm not like triggering alarms here, am I?
No.
Oh, so conceivably, these two don't know that I've just detected this, other than it
They
looks
definitely would not.
Right.
If some other magic user had their sight open, they might be able to detect you doing something like that. But otherwise, passive.
It's all metaphor.
If you could passively sense them,
They'd see your avatar like
then
peek
somebody
over
with
into-
the same type of magic could passively sense you.
At that point, when I detect this, I'm going to speak in a clear but not urgent voice directed at Edmund, who should know me well enough to know when I'm being urgent and not to fuck with me. I say his name, Edmund.
I stop.
I keep going.
It is actually Maxwell's turn. We'll start with you. What are you doing?
Center stage. How many zones between me and him?
1.
I step across that zone. Into
Okay.
his, and
What you see, though, is you come down the left aisle. He's sitting on the stage, and crouched down below the front row of the seats is someone, and that person yells, "Now!" and he yanks.
I shoot.
He yanks the guy off the stage.
I shoot the guy who had
Does he
his.
shoot just his hand, you can see?
Oh, I saw him. I rounded the corner and he was like grabbing the guy by the foot and no. And then
Okay,
I shot him.
I'm sorry, I just want to be clear.
All you see at the back is him just come down off the top of the stage as Maxwell whips out a gun.
No detriment for shooting as supplemental action because I got that.
Is this a supplement?
Stunned. Oh yeah, I walked the zone. That's the definition of supplemental action.
So what would be zones here?
And then
The
again,
aisles, the stage,
Yeah.
and the back of the stage, all the seats.
so I
Okay.
shoot the guy.
Go ahead, shoot.
Good. I'll roll with good. I really can't do anything else. I could run.
I'm just saying that from my point of view, it looks like you're shooting this guy.
You miss.
Okay.
Does the guy dodge spectacularly, or does he just not hit?
No, he dodged spectacularly. He seems to be moving awful quick. So 1 center stage and 1 on each side on the balconies. They are all humanoid shaped and moving very, very quickly. The one on the right comes off, goes after Edmund, and the one on the left comes off, goes...
Could he right on the stage, or right as they were facing the stage?
Pardon? Stage right or stage left?
Oh, yeah, it fell flat.
You're in the card hiding like a fucking child,
I
okay?
am, I'm not hiding.
I should have tackled him.
Oh, you are
I'm
hiding.
filing my nails to make sure I have a nice sheen.
I should have tackled him. That's what I'm good at.
Well, you learn that they have some otherworldly celerity.
Celerity.
Ooh, celerity, look at
One,
you.
it's just, yeah,
Rolls off the tongue.
it's how he talks.
The one on the right jumps off a balcony down on top of you, Edmund, with a great attack.
One
Claws
zone.
out.
Okay.
That was a zone of movement, though, right?
Yes, it was.
Supplemental action.
They might have that perk. Go bitchin' fast.
Celerity. Otherworldly.
Is it
2 zones for free, and then
Okay, so it's actually a superb attack.
That's not so bad. Come on, Ed.
dodge it.
What can I do? I mean, I don't know what magic I do.
Okay, so if he's attacking with his fist skills, you have the option to block with your fist skills, or you have your athletics to try to avoid being hit.
I would rather use my fist skills.
Yeah, you would using your fighting
deflecting
skills to avoid being hit with his fist by
Yeah.
deflecting it, blocking it, whatever. When it's your turn, you can punch him back. Right now, you're using fists to exceed the superb attack.
I roll 3 minuses.
Oh my gosh. Dear
That's
Lord.
what I always do.
That's-
Which brings me down to an average.
Okay, an average definitely gets hit by a superb attack.
You
If
want
you
to
wish to
roll that?
modify that in any way using a fate point, you can add +2 by spending a fate and telling me an appropriate aspect,
Or you could
you can spend a fate on an appropriate aspect to re-roll entirely and hopefully not get a -3.
You just need a +1.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay.
Because I don't know my own strength, so I'll spend a fate.
One spent. Yeah, let's roll better.
That's better. Got actually a superb.
Superb attack and a superb defense, which unfortunately still means that he hits. You equaled his defense, that means you take only his weapon, which is 5 points of stress physical.
Wow.
So I can just
If
mark off
only-
my $5.
You can mark off your $5.
go with $5.
So,
That's not fair.
I have a $6 and a $7 and an $8.
Jesus Christ.
he goes to jump down from the balcony and land on you, but you're moving very fast, almost as fast as he is. In fact, he goes to claw you, and you almost get out of the way, kicking him over you, but his claws just rip all the way up, doing some damage to you as he flies over and lands like next to you in a crouched position. And he's definitely one of the Blackboard vampires. The other does the same maneuver on the other side. Hopefully not as... Oh! -3 myself.
Was he trying to attack me?
Yes. Did very poorly.
He jumped 2 zones.
He jumped from the balcony down to where you are, yes.
Damn.
And he rolled poorly.
Supernatural toughness.
His attack ended up being average.
Yeah, I can dodge that.
Yeah, you could dodge it without trying.
Luckily, I dodged that. I rolled
With a
superb.
Okay, that's enough for a spin. So would you like to narrate what happens? He comes flying down at you, and you get out of the way so effectively that you get an advantage on the next attack.
Who's the next attack?
The next attack would be London or Edmund, since London's out in the car filing his nails.
He's like, I told him.
Well, I don't know how Edmund's going to get a spin off this, but I think I backstep and they stumble into each other and knock each other off balance. Wait, the guy in the middle doesn't have the same turn as them, does he?
He does, but the only action he took was to pull the guy down off the stage and put his claws on his neck.
Maybe this one jumped and put their leg through those really difficult chairs that don't close well, and you can't get your leg out sometimes when you're trying to step over them.
Okay, so he jumps down at you, and you push him into the chairs, and one of his legs slides in between the chair and how it folds up.
Oh,
Maybe it's
terribly embarrassing too.
Yes. That damn player.
All right.
London. Okay.
Start the card.
And Edmund.
I'm going to punch the guy next.
Go right ahead. Oh, wait a minute. The guy right next to you is the guy that jumped down. Are you going to the middle where the guy's got his claws on his throat? Go ahead.
And I rolled +1, which is superb.
Leaping over chairs.
I rolled a -1, so this guy uses his fist to fight you, which brings him to a good. 2 stress to his physical in addition to any weapons you have for your fists.
Which is +2 for my fists.
So that's a total of 4. And we are on to Roberto.
How long has it been since they went inside?
It's kind of nebulous as far as how long combat takes. So I would say 3 or 4 minutes because they walked into the lobby, they looked around, then they walked into like the Hanna, and they looked around.
Can you check in on them, please?
You're gonna be okay?
I'm fine.
You're not even disguised.
I'm fine.
He doesn't normally ride in a Pinto, so he's fine.
Okay. You don't even have satellite radio, you barbarian. Can you go and see what's taking them so long? I want to lose the tracking on Mr. Donovan. Thank you, Roberto.
When the sun rises again, we have longer than you think.
You do what?
I'm impatient.
I wander into the lobby.
Okay, wandering is 1 zone per turn.
I know.
Sprinting is a little faster, but it's your choice.
Hey.
He doesn't know anything.
You walk through the doors and now you're in the lobby.
Is there a concession stand around here?
There is a concession stand. It's closed.
Unmanned.
So it's like everything.
However, you can make me an alertness roll.
Would he have detected a gunshot?
Hence the alertness roll.
I rolled mediocre. So
All right,
just good.
Good, which is well enough to hear chairs being thrown and ripping and howling.
Maybe I should hurry.
So,
That is the end of my turn.
that is the end of your turn. Around the hallway comes that Hellhound.
So they were kind of crouched down in the...
Right, they're in the shadows, back.
Right, and now they're leaping at the warden?
They're leaping at the warden, yeah. The top of the room. So the one did that's a good attack. You're not surprised because you registered with the blip blip when you were getting magical creatures, and 2 of them are near you, and they are both, the one is doing just a fair attack.
Alright.
Hellhounds are drawing right toward you.
The other is also doing a fair attack.
So I have to defend using my athletics or my weapons.
You can use either.
I would choose to... I told you I had my sword out, correct? I will defend against the first fair attack, and I roll an even fudge, so the defense is superb.
You have spin on that one. Describe to me as this dog lunges at you, what you do to it.
Then I try to redirect the animal to follow the attack of the next one.
So the next one is average instead of fair.
Alright.
As you mess up, it's incoming.
Oh my. And that is +2 in the fudge, so that makes it an epic parry.
Wow. So you put both of them down in a crumpled heap at your feet. When it comes to your turn, oh, look at that, it's your turn.
Alright, so then I should have massive spin, right?
Yes, you do.
So spun.
Then I will strike as hard as I can at the one, going for it with my sword, and I will invoke nothing yet. With a -1 to the fudge, so my attack is great.
Against its average would be a +3, and your weapon again.
Is a weapon 3.
You rolled over and then you stuck it.
Make it a fantastic damage to it, which takes that puppy out.
Like out?
Out.
Nice. Do they ignite, or do they just turn into ectoplasm?
You don't want to start. Do you want to start the theater on fire? I can do that.
It's a hellhound, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I
think so.
I was wondering what happens.
He really hates this thing.
I don't hate the theater, I just want to be clear if there's a now on fire source happening.
I like the idea. The dog starts on fire.
How about a non-flammable fire?
No, it's a flammable fire. So we didn't give aspects to the Hanna Theatre.
Combustible.
Yeah, combustible. That's one of them.
That would be one, I would say.
I mean, it's big, it's acoustic, it's...
So now we have an episode of fire in the theater.
Yeah, I would say it's cramped.
Gasoline soaked.
Yeah. I mean, it's really hard to move around this place.
It's multi-layered. You've got a lot of balconies at different layers. You've got cramped because of all the seating, and now we are adding the aspect
musty.
of on fire.
Hooray.
Well done, Gordon.
Hey, that's good because I don't have anything that can kill vampires, but now there's a fire. So I'll just like stick their faces in. Progress.
And pretty soon,
Maxwell.
smoke alarms go off.
All right, Maxwell, what are you doing, sir?
Let's see. What can I do? Did Edmund enter the same zone as me?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're both down by the foot of the stage, near the opera pit.
There you go.
And there's still a guy over there where Edmund used to be, on the right side of the...
Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll grab the guy on the right side.
So you wish to impose first some kind of maneuver on him.
I was done for that.
I'm going to warn you,
And what
people
is-
with inhuman strength get pluses to fighting grapples.
I'm really good at grappling because I can use my athletics for some reason.
Okay, when you get your neck snapped.
There's a guy in front of you,
Okay.
Ryan, with claws to his neck. I assumed you were grappling that guy.
Because they're probably going to go next.
Yeah. Okay. I just tackle the guy then.
Okay.
Act as a maneuver for a grapple next turn. So I'll block against slitting this guy's throat using my athletics. Minus 1. I rolled a -1 on the fudge dice. My athletics is superb. -1 is great. -1 again is good. Good block / maneuver.
You might want to add to it, but you can see what his...
You might have.
Yeah, 5. Let's go for it.
What are you going to tap?
Yeah.
He rolled a -1 as well, and his athletics are good, so that's only fair.
So I have I have a block of like 1 value.
Right.
So I can make it 3, and then
He would have to overcome that 3 to
stop me from grappling.
crush his neck.
Okay, then I'll use every life is worth saving because
Oh, nice one. Good. Very good.
Even a
Good.
dork.
Yeah, even a dork with a broken neck.
Probably going to go.
It was in.
I know.
It was clearly in.
That was like
For something
magically
so
bad.
very relevant, does he get a +1 or something? An extra?
No,
Sorry.
Yeah. I can just.
That's only +3
it's a 3 block
against a vampire.
with super strength.
Hey, you rolled
Yeah,
fair
yeah,
to dodge.
yeah.
I understand that.
I'm not really sure what other else. I mean, I could go with an Iron Man because
Oh, a second one.
Yeah.
or a superb block. I will use an Iron Man.
I mean, if this
Okay.
guy
My
sucked you into
endurance,
this trap, you
my
might as well save his dumb ass
Yeah.
because you're getting your ass
It's
kicked
Dumas.
every time. Dumas.
And I block this man from attacking
+5.
Ryan Nelson, resident dork with broken arm.
So you want to describe how you do this? I mean, you go running across.
Take a
and-
step back. I rush forward and throw myself at the man and hold him and stop
Put
him.
your neck in the way.
Yeah, clearly.
Are you like pinning your arms around him, trying to hold his arms to
Yeah,
him?
holding his
To his
arms
body so
back
he can't-
and away from our whatever the hell
He
Ryan
tickles him.
does. He's super.
Seriously, I think your dad Googled broken arm and dork on Google, and that's what picture you came
It's
up
a wonderful picture.
with. It really is.
I hope the fans can see this in all school.
Yeah, it'll be on the Facebook. Maxwell, the vampire that you are holding, attempts to break out and rolls a -3 on the fudge dice, failing miserably
Nice.
to break your
He breaks his own neck.
superb
I'll
hold
figure
on
it out.
him.
I'll figure it out.
Okay.
He was all pro in college.
He was, he's Iron Man. The one on the right attacks Edmund, and the one on the left attempts to free his friend by attacking Maxwell. Edmund, first, you get a +1 on the roll for a superb attack.
So, to be clear, 2 vampires are engaging Maxwell.
Yes. The human. Superb attack.
Yes.
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
No, you're attempting to not
Oh
be
dear
hit.
lord.
Wow.
You're attempting to not be hit. You can use your fits to fight back,
No, he can't.
or your athletics. So I take it that was a sissy slap. What was the roll?
-3 again.
Oh, you are just king of -3.
Yeah,
Jim, please change your dice. You re-rolling again?
I'm with the same dice.
How many These do you have a lot?
One.
We think we're using them all up in this combat instead of the search for Donovan.
That's better.
Yeah, dude, whatever. It's
I got superb.
Wow.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a +1, so superb.
I believe his attack was also superb, which means you take just his claw damage.
We do it again.
Which is 5. Since your 5 is already taken, it rolls up to a 6. The other one attacks with a superb as well against Maxwell.
I will even on the fudge dice, which is a superb because my athletics is damned high.
So you take 5 damage from his claws as he rips them across your back, trying to pull you off of this guy.
I'll take a mild of a 3.
Okay, what is your mild?
Back pains.
Lower back pains.
Claw rake across the back.
Yeah.
Because he's kind of like this and kind of exposing his shoulders and back.
London is sitting still filing his finger.
Wait, is it my turn?
Yes.
I'm seeing if this
Your finger?
piece of jalopy has 90.3 so I can get the WC marathon is on.
Okay.
Classical music. You'll have the keys, right?
So when you're like bending down and you're tuning in, and you know you miss the fact that 2 people walk past the car and head into the Hanna
Oh,
Theatre as
absolutely.
well.
I have an alertness of nil. So I'm like, what the? Who has knobs on their radios anymore?
Give me an alertness roll.
Me?
Yeah.
I rolled a -1. I have an alertness of none.
You actually do.
Yes.
Miss the fact that 2 people walk by your car,
That would be poor.
lean on your car, smoke a cigarette for a short amount of time, and then head into the Hanna Theatre.
An ambush.
Why are there knobs?
We should go in there now. Yeah, let's go in there now.
Well, I got these feet.
Those noobs are still in there.
WC.
Oh,
In my happy place.
Advent, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm trying to take the guy out. Has this guy done any damage to Ryan yet? Or does he just look like he's going to kill him when he
I blocked him.
He's
last
trying.
time.
No, it's not apparent that he's actually taken any. The guy had claws on his throat, and then Maxwell grabbed his arms and pinned his arms to his, which kind of like pull his arms back. He's got little red marks on his neck that I'm sure he'll complain about. But,
Or brag to his friends that he got lucky.
So I'm pushing this guy again. Let him go! Pow! I hit him pretty good.
Wow.
Yeah. It's about as good as it gets.
Can't get better.
I got a great +4.
so you got +4 on the roll,
Yes.
What's
and your
total?
fists are what?
Great.
Legendary. To give him the old Popeye swing.
Hell of a
Super uppercut.
Like I said, let go.
All right, he attempts to get out of the way, but he's somewhat restrained by grappling him, and also his terrible roll. So you smacked him a good one. What is you?
My fists were
+2 because you're strength?
Yeah, +2 because of my...
And his defense was just fair, which is 2, which means you did 6 plus your fist for a total of 8. A legendary blow to the back of the head.
damn.
Bard will sing with this blow.
It is impressive. Unfortunately, they seem to absorb some of it. You didn't do a full 8, as you would hope. They look like they have about a armor of 2.
Maybe 3.
It was fantastic instead of legendary. It still was a good hit, but these guys are rather tough. And we are then at Roberto.
Hey, again.
You're 1 zone away from the action.
Well, I stepped through that zone.
You probably, are you walking in the right or left side?
I'm right, going on the right side.
You'd be coming out right where the warden is standing with 2 dogs next to him.
And a fire.
One of them
Actually.
is dead, and the fire is spreading up from its corpse as it's melting into goo. Flaming, like kind of,
Did I bring the
fire
hammer?
extinguisher? Would you leave your hammer behind? Of course you brought your hammer.
Okay. It's usually in the trunk of the pickup, but I can't remember if we drove that here or not. So,
You did.
anyway. Yeah, I brought that in. And yell 4.
I'm in the cab.
All right. Swing away at the dog.
This is supplemental, right?
Holy shit. Yes.
I rolled a poor fudge dice, but my weapons is great. So that's only good.
Its defense was fantastic as it
Oh.
jumps out of the way, growling at you.
That was pretty lame.
That was a relatively unimpressive entrance into the fighting arena. The other 2 dogs come charging in as well.
Another
Another 2, so it's a total of 3 because 1 is fire. The one that just got swung at by Roberto is not happy about that, so it attacks him. The other 2 are on you, and that is a superb attack on Roberto, and just a good one on Alan, as well as a grape.
All right, defending against the good one. A fudge of +1, so that makes it a fantastic defense.
All right, which is enough for a spin.
Okay, which I will angle again to help me defend against the great. Was it a great attack?
Yeah, that was great. So it comes down to a good.
All right, so I defend against the now good attack, the second dog, and that's a wash. So I have a superb attack defense against the dog.
Okay, so you got to spin against that one, and you follow up with an attack on that dog, I imagine. What did you do, Roberto, on your attack?
Was attacked with the superb?
Yes.
I rolled a good defense. 2 damage got through.
Oh.
Well, plus the weapons, huh?
Yes.
How much are flaming?
It's only weapons of 1 teeth.
Oh.
So it does 2 plus the 1 is 3.
Very well.
Am I in the same zone as the vampire attacking Edmund?
No, they're all the way upstage.
Yeah.
Well,
let's say
at the bottom of the stage.
they are in the draw a little circle around them, make an orchestra pit.
All right.
That's where they're at.
That's where Edmund. That's Ryan and Maxwell.
Ryan, Maxwell,
and then the other.
and actually Edmund would be there as well because he just punched the guy in the back of the head. And you are farther up in the audience, and you have spin on one of the dogs. There are 2 dogs next to you.
I can't really do a spell, an area effect here that would.
Oh, bring the fire, baby.
But that would put him in it as well.
Yes, it would.
So, see, I'm thinking ahead this time. I'm not going to burn you just to take out the 3 dogs. See, I will continue with my butchery of Hell's animals, the Hell Bishan.
Bichon.
I strike the
one you have +1, the last one to
That's
attack
right.
you.
I have +1 to this. Mm-hmm. Oh, another wash. So that is a fantastic attack.
You +1 because of the spin.
Yes, fantastic attack.
Bad roll on there. It's average defense, so
that's +5.
+5 plus your weapon
is +3.
All right, it takes 1 out as well as it bursts into flames as you.
Okay, great.
Swipe your sword to shoot. 2 halves go flying into the curtains and go.
Not so great. Can I spend a fate point to attack the other dog, or no? Okay.
Sorry.
So I'm done.
Yep.
Can I move though?
Yes.
I'm going to move down towards the stage so I can get closer.
You're leaving Roberto with 2 dogs.
Roberto can handle it.
Yeah, he's got a big hammer.
Okay.
In fact,
I'm just telling you, you're leaving a guy immortal, as far as you know, with 2 fire helms.
Well, I'm trying to protect. Well, shit, you're right. He's immortal. He probably needs help. His asswipe, hold his hand like a little baby. He's just going to ignore me. Okay, I will stay and protect him, and hopefully that Edmund and Maxwell will be able to fight off the 2 vicious vampires.
Hey, murmurers, you guys done here?
It's really quiet.
Not really. For you, it was quiet. I guarantee it was picked up. You walk into the Hanna lobby as Megan Donovan.
I thought sunlight was bad for these people.
They are for Blackboard vampires, yes, most definitely.
Alright, so that's part of the mystery of how you can be walking in from the lobby anywhere.
Megan Donovan and another individual cloaked in trench coats come walking into the Hanna Theatre. You see the right-handed door just closing, but inside of it you see fire. There's a door on the left as well.
I prefer the door without fire. Probably the safer option. I'll enter through that door and assess what's going on inside.
Okay.
Thanks for listening to Knights of the Night Actual Play Podcast. Visit kotnpodcast.com for more information on this and other adventures, where you will find character stats, photos, storytelling props, and even a forum for comments and suggestions. Or you could email us directly at feedback@kotnpodcast.com, or contact us via Twitter or leave a message on Facebook. All music for this podcast was created and performed by Zen Audiosmith. If you'd like custom professional music created for your podcast or business, please visit zenaudiosmith.com. And please join us next episode for more mystery and adventure.
You're in the car hiding like a fucking child, okay?
I'm not hiding.
I should have tackled.
Oh, you are hiding.
I'm filing my nails to make sure I have a nice sheen.
I rolled a -1. I have an alertness of none.
You actually do.
Yes.
Miss the fact that 2 people walk by your car,
That would be poor.
lean on your car, smoke a cigarette for a short amount of time, and then head into the Hanna Theatre.
An ambush.
Why are there now?
We should go in there now. Yeah, let's go in there now.
Well, I got places to be.
Those noobs are still in there.
WC. In my happy place.